Send me away with the words of a love song. Lord, make me a rainbow. I'll shine down on my mother. She'll know I'm safe with you when she stands under my colors. Oh, and life ain't always what you think it ought to be. No, ain't even grey. But she buries her baby, the sharp knife of a short life. Well, I've had just enough time. Death. The debt that all men pay. A lot of people do not like to talk about it. A lot of people do not want to experience it. Two Baba said nobody want die, but they want go heaven. And so people are actually doing things to prevent themselves from dying. What am I talking about? People are doing some form of fortification so they wouldn't die. They are relying on things like charms. Now, police in Edo State detained a 19-year-old native doctor, Timothy Dauda, for allegedly shooting his client, Alex Ezekiel, to death during an anti-bullet charm trial. I wonder the kind of life he was living that he needed fortification for anti-bullet. But the bottom line is he didn't want to die. The Command Police Relations Officer SP Moses Yamu confirmed the incident to the news agency of Nigeria, NAN, last week Monday. Yamu said that the incident happened on August 20th in Onumu community near Igara, Akoko Ede local government area of Edo State. Akoko, Edo local government area of the state. He said that the suspect was arrested by operatives from Igara Divisional Police Station to Akoko Edo. NAN learned that the suspect allegedly claimed to specialize in preparing charms against gunshot and machete cuts. A source further told NAN that the deceased had visited the native doctor's home to obtain the charm. It said that in a shocking turn of events, Dauda attempted to test the efficacy of the charm by shooting the client with a gun. Some people are playing with their lives. Really. No, on a serious note though. First, you try to prevent death by gunshots and machete cuts. Then, you subject yourself to being tested like you're a lab rat for the efficacy. And now, that which you fear. Paul said, that which I fear the most. That which you were preventing, that which you didn't want to happen, happens to you. The charm was said to have failed because he sustained fatal injuries. When he was rushed to the hospital in Igara, he was pronounced dead by a medical doctor. Meanwhile, the police spokesman said that the suspect will face prosecution as soon as investigations were concluded. You were on your own. You should have just stayed on your own peacefully and just maybe done something else. But you said no. You rather would want to go and get what we call fortification against gunshots. And now you are gone. Well, the report did not state exactly how old the said, will I call him victim or the disease was. But this is not the first time we are hearing things. I mean, growing up as a child, I have seen people wear charms. Some people wear it as a bracelet, but they can't. Some people are even open about it, like they are very vocal about what they are wearing. That it's a charm or say na juju. Say this charm is for fortification. This charm now. And then I started seeing it in Nollywood movies back then, when the what's it called now? Local vigilante boys, Isakaba, and that's what they are called, right? The Isakaba people, they went to do some form of fortification because that particular group was created to combat criminal activities in that particular locality. And in a bit to fight or combat criminal activities, they needed some form of fortification so they don't die in the process, right? So they went for fortification, as it were. And then I think they put them in a drum. They did some form of sacrifice. And yes, the native doctor, he did brought out a gun and will fire at them. Bah! Bah! And then they will now shake like this I say, Ode she in the enter. But even with the Ode she, when they enter, someone was still somehow able to crack the code. How? I think it was Sunday, there was it one of them who knew that if you picked sand and you threw it up and then you shot the gun, the bullets will enter. So it was not foolproof. It was not, there was still that possibility that yes, after such fortification, chances are that. And even with some of the charms, they'll say, water must not touch this charm. If water touches it, it kills the efficacy. Oh, you must not be with a woman while you are using this charm. For the day you be with a woman while using this charm, you kill the potency, the efficacy, and the charm will become useless and you will die. But before all of this, why do people feel the need to protect themselves against death by certain means, knowing fully well that at some point everyone will die? Yes, nobody wants to die prematurely. However, what are the things that you are doing that makes you feel like, death is coming or death will soon come? I mean, if you're not a criminally minded person, if you are not an armed robber or someone who needs to go out for operations when you know that you need some form of fortification. I mean, I've heard the story several times. I even read from one of the national dailies how some security operatives said they used charms. They did not want their names disclosed, but they used charms. And you can understand why. Because, hey, they are on the field every now and then. Armed robbers, they do not want to be like those policemen who, when you call them, hey, your police, can't make the armed robber, they shoot. Police, they ask them, okay, when the armed robber come, you never toot it, okay. You know the kind bullets, you know the kind gun where the armed robber carry come. I don't know. Okay, how the gun they sound? The gun they sound like this. This one now. Okay. No police station there near that side. We don't call them. They say no be your decision. Okay, we they come. No, you don't want to be that kind of security man. You want to be the security personnel that when called upon, you swing into action. And maybe it will make sense that you're getting fortified against bullet wounds because you're going to be compounding, some of these things end up in a gun battle. This side shooting, this side is shooting, and then they will say after much and what, so the police were able to successfully apprehend the 10-man gang. You fire, yeah, maybe it's understandable, maybe it makes a lot of sense why they would need it. However, for normal human beings, why do you feel the need to protect yourself against death by certain means? Using charms or juju. 0817 923 0002. Again, 0817 923 0002. We also have 0817 923 0003. Once again, 0817 923 0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number for your WhatsApp and Telegram messages is 0809 030 6416. Again, 0809 030 6416. Do me a favor, if you're on Telegram, I notice a lot of us do not use the Telegram platforms, but yeah, you can do that. Still the same as the WhatsApp number, 0809 030 6416. I may, you may experience some form of delay in reading, and I guess you should read your WhatsApp messages due to a network glitch, but I'm sure that is being rectified as we speak, so I would be able to read your WhatsApp messages soonest. In the meantime, Nigerian for good afternoon to you and welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Peter, I'm calling from First Transformer, Good morning.
Peter, you're welcome. Go ahead.
You asked a question. You say, sorry, can you come back?
Peter, can you hear me?
Hello.
Peter, can you hear me?
Hello, I can hear you.
Peter, I can hear you. Go ahead, Peter.
You were asking a question. Sorry.
You didn't listen to the question,
Yes.
and then
Why?
you're calling. I mean, the right thing to do is listen to the conversation, understand the conversation, then you understand the question asked before you call. And I'm surprised you're calling without listening to the question. Anyway, why do people feel the need to protect themselves? Listen, Peter, why do people feel the need to protect themselves against death? And we lost the call with Peter. Peter, I'd like for you to call back. We'll go on a commercial break shortly, and I believe by the time we'll come back, I should be able to get access to your WhatsApp messages. Once again, 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. It's still the sunny side right here on your number one station for talk, and we're talking the use of charms to protect against death. Keep the calls coming, keep the messages coming as well. Welcome.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you. Welcome. What's happening to my phone lines today? Sorry about that. Nigerian folk, good afternoon to you and welcome.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. How are you doing?
It's Nigerian Info.
This is Nigeria Info FM. You're welcome.
Okay, I want to contribute to the program.
Come again?
I want to contribute to the program.
Go ahead.
Okay. I think some people are not being stupid because when you want to kill yourself, you must surely die because even the Holy Book says somebody must die. So I don't know why they have to go back and look for another way not to protect themselves.
Okay. I'm not sure that's the person's real voice. Nigerian Info, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Denise.
Good afternoon.
Why sometimes we try to prevent ourselves from death is because sometimes you may be on your way walking and due to criminal or because police. Let me call you back. I can hear you.
Okay. Network, please be nice to us. I don't know what's going on today. But if the phone lines are still acting up, then I may have to rely solely on your WhatsApp messages. Once again, I pray it doesn't get to that though. Once again, 08177 Nigerian folk, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Gladday.
You're welcome.
One of the reasons why we seem to protect ourselves from being killed by stray bullets sometimes it's not because we want to commit any crime or anything. It's because sometimes when there will be need, the police will not be there to protect you. And you take some of things just to protect yourself, not because you want to rob anybody or want to commit any crime with it. That's just it.
So as an individual, would you go to any length? I mean, would you go as far as getting charms to protect yourself? Speaking for yourself now.
Okay, if I'm to speak for myself, if you ask me directly, I will answer yes, I will, if I am sure of the place I'm going to, because in one way or the other, some of us have tried this during our youth days, and depending on the kind of job you do, and you find out that in your line of business, you're always threatened, your life is threatened. For instance, let me use the instance of the job I do now, I'm a boat driver. And most times, I drive at night when I know I make more money at night. And at the end of the day, because of the insecurity in the state, I cannot drive at night peacefully. The fear of being robbed by maybe a wrong passenger or the location of dropping a passenger.
I see. Okay. So it's not because you want to do anything bad, but
no.
If the security operatives cannot protect you, you will have to look out for yourself.
Yes. That's the only reason anyone like me will want to do that.
We want to do that. All right, thank you. Nigerian folk, good afternoon.
Hello, Nigerian folk.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, it's Kanji again.
Welcome again.
See, we need to be very honest with ourselves in the country. As a young man that I am, in as much as we have issues of insecurity and security issues everywhere, if you know your hand is clean, there is nothing for you to get scared of. That is one thing for sure. Most of the youth of my generation these days often involve themselves in pain that they are not supposed to get involved in themselves. I don't know if you understand me.
Yeah, I understand.
So, in doing that, they try to go extra mile. If not, what is giving you that money to go to a herbalist to go put a charm to protect yourself in the name of, say, security? I don't believe that. It's either they have an ulterior motive or nothing like. So the young man got what he deserves. And I don't even know how I'm going to pray for God to forgive him. Say, no, I should so rest. He deserves what he gets. Thank you very much. That's my submission.
Okay. He believes he deserves what he gets. Nigeria Info. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, welcome.
Hello?
I can hear you. You're welcome.
Okay. So, for your opinion, you think to prevent ourselves from this bullet
Your name
bad?
and your location. Thank you.
My name is Don Kelvin.
Don Kelvin, welcome.
From Gokana. I'm calling from Gokana, local
Welcome.
government area. What do you think about preventing ourselves from the fried bullets or from criminals?
You're calling to ask what I think?
Your voice is very low.
Seriously? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, this is how my voice has been. Are you calling to ask me what I think?
Yes, I was listening.
Okay, but I'm the one asking the question. So I'm going to ask you the question again. Maybe you didn't hear it the first time. And I ask, why do people listen? If you pay attention, you listen to me. Others were listening to me and they were hearing everything I was saying, or they could hear everything I was saying. I think it's your device or something. Something is making it impossible for you to hear me clearly. Why do people feel the need to protect themselves against death by certain means? I'm going to quickly do a cross-check to be sure that the fault is not coming from the studio. I'm going to try to hear myself over, what's it called now? Our online radio, and of course our live stream. And if it's still the same problem, then I'll inform our engineers, and if it's not, then it is The problem is coming from you, the listener. What's happening to the network now? All right, let's see. Nigerian Info, good afternoon to you and welcome.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
My name is Don Kelvin.
Don Kelvin, have you called before?
Am I?
You called before?
Yes.
Okay.
My network was disturbing, so I now use another line to call you again.
Okay, so can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so it's your network. Then it is. It's your network. Go ahead now.
Why is good? You know we are in end time. So criminals attack us every day. So only way for us to skate through is when we get those protections. Because you might be on your way or in your house in the night and hand robbers come to attack you. And if you deal without these things, you may stand tall and they defeat you and take your belongings away. So that is one way we see to protect ourselves.
I see. Against armed robbers. Okay, Don Kelvin is obviously distracted. So let's go back to WhatsApp messages. Good day, Didi. Why them no use goat for the testing now? Exactly my thoughts, you know. At least the native doctor you have used goat would have used goat first before trying it on his client. One thing most people don't understand is that one day we will all leave this world. That is why they struggle to get everything by all means, forgetting that they won't go with it. In the end, every chain and every charm and odeshi has an expiry date. From Kendrick Senior. Nigeria Info, good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Mr. Zion. Good afternoon to you.
Mr. Zion, good afternoon.
This is Africa.
Africa are who? That is the song. Now, you don't know that song. We are Africans.
Consider that.
Okay.
They are only trying to prevent untimely death from bullets from merman or mortal men. That young man is just 19 years old, which means what he was doing, he was an apprentice under somebody, and that person died untimely or without passing the right knowledge to him. Let us all be honest to ourselves. Pastors, are they not going on with security, armed policemen and DSS everywhere in Port Harcourt? Are they not going with police people? Why don't they go all alone now? Are they not possessing bulletproof cars worth millions of naira? Why don't they go alone? Then how much more the members? What do you expect when even the government cannot protect them? Come to Aba Road now. From Eleme Junction to Abari, you will not see one police checkpoint. As Africans, our fathers use these things to protect their community, to protect themselves. How can somebody from nowhere just come and machete you? You are gone. Shoot you gone, you are dead. Even the one chance that was arrested in Garrison here, didn't you hear that those one chance people shot at those guys that went to apprehend them for the police? If those guys were not from somewhere, from the Niger Delta region, maybe one or two would have been dead right there. Don't forget they were apprehended and handed over. Until we get to that point to know that the certain actions we have committed in the name of this church, bind it, burn them, throw them away, it is all a ploy against us and to favor
Zion,
them.
can I ask you a question?
Oh yes.
You know, people can die from different means. Gunshot wounds, machete, road accident, terminal illnesses like cancer, liver failure, kidney failure, heart failure, lung failure, disc failure, low blood sugar, high blood sugar, low blood pressure, high blood pressure, diabetes. The list is endless. So how many things do you want to protect against, really? So hold on. If I'm going to get charms to protect myself against bullets and gunshots, what will I get to protect myself against cancer? Against
we have the source in all those things. Before now, how many of your mothers in the village had cancer?
Well, they used to die, but we did not know what was killing them.
How many people? I'm asking that question before now. Before
Zion, people used to die. The problem is we did not know what was killing them.
We know. How can you say that now? Except he put his hand into negative thing. He went to sleep with another man's wife or someone's husband. He has committed an abomination. That is why we have what to call Allah, a forbidden thing. Something happened immediately. You pay for that atrocity you commit. Is it today because of the church has stolen all these things from us? We are now living as if we are not human beings anymore. Look the way they slaughter our people every day. Come to Agatu and the rest of it. In those days of our father, can you hear bandits come to a community and ravage your community, eat up their crops and nothing happens? Calling on the police, calling on the government up to today.
Zion,
let's tell ourselves the truth.
You still are not answering my questions, though. If I'm going to get fortification against some kinds of, they say something must kill a man. Accident or this one, that one. What about the other ones? And yes, your argument may be correct. Maybe we didn't have cancer in time past. What if it was cancer, but we didn't know how to diagnose it? What if it was high blood pressure? What if it was low blood pressure? What if it was low blood sugar? People have died because of low blood sugar. So it is high, it is a problem. It is too low, it is a problem. So is there an all-round fortification against death where they say, this man, you cannot die. You fortify yourself in such a way that they do juju for you, it will not work. Yeah, so people go and do charms against charms. So the charms they are doing is against any charm that has been done on them. So let the charm backfire. In short, when you even go and meet the person that wants to do the charm, the person will tell you, this person needs a stronger charm. This charm will not work. Or some way, somehow, the person matches the charm, matches the poison, or matches whatever, and it doesn't work. But the point is that people are actually going all out to get protection, to prevent death. What is the why, really? What is the why? Why do people feel the need to protect themselves against death by certain means? Now, I know some of you would say, I know the kind of family I come from. If you don't protect yourself, then go chop you like chewing gum. That is a possibility too. So this family, they don't like us. So while they are planning their own, we should plan our own. Let's assume that we believe they want to attack us. Let us go and get fortification. Yes, I know somebody will soon call and tell me, Didi, it's not different from what the Christian people do. The Christian people will use handband, wristband. They will use blood of Jesus, anointing, communion. The Christian people will use sticker, this one, that one. So these people are going to use the one they know to use. In this case, charms. You see them, they wait. It could be a bracelet, it could be a wristband, whatever. They wait. Some of them say, the way I don't cook myself like this, bullet no fit touch me. If that bullet touch me, the bullet go fall for me like this. And you're like, So now you are vocal about the fact that bullet wound or machete wounds cannot kill you. What if they go and find other ways that you have not fortified yourself against? But there is the why. Why do we need it? Yeah, the other boat rider said because of what he does. He may need it because they have been robbing them. And I've heard stories about people who claim to be passengers, booking it, drivers, and even harming them at the end of the day. Is it the fear of death? Is it the quality of life you have? Is it the need to live long? What exactly is the reason? When you look at your life now, and you feel like you want to live for another 100 years, why? When you look at your life now, and you say you don't want to die young, why? Is it because you have a lot of things to achieve? Or because you want to do a lot of dirty things or things that will involve you getting in harm's way? And it is best that you fortify yourself. Why? Again, I ask. 0817-923-0002. Again, 0817-923-0002. WhatsApp and Telegram number remains 0809 030 6416. Diddy, I don't live anyhow, and I'm always protected. I know my rule and fear nothing. Max it. Send that in. This message here says, sorry, hold on a second. Good day, presenter. Protecting oneself with charms and amulets against death is sheer waste of time. The truth remains that we must stay far away from all manner of evil and never to be deceived by attaching oneself to such powerless forces of darkness, no matter the pressure. Their efficacy will fail at the time of their need. God is over all. Elder Adolphus from Negema. For some, fear. For some, just a desire for self-preservation. These things have some efficacy, but there are usually three problems. Every jazz has an antidote. And if the person who doesn't like you gets access to the antidote, Otilo. 2, power pass power. And 3, it can backfire even when you're not doing anything wrong. I've heard of a case where someone had a car accident and was taken to the hospital, needed surgery to save his life, but they couldn't cut him away. But they couldn't cut him. It was a nurse that noticed something the RTA victim was wearing and recognized what it was, because he had done just for knife not to penetrate. And they had to start making calls to look for the native doctor who did it just to lift it so they could do the surgery. I don't know how that case ended, but medical professionals and law enforcement agents see a lot of wonders in the course of their job that they can't say without looking crazy. You know, right? Nigeria Info, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Go ahead.
I'm Kabari University. I'm calling from Buchanan State. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, my contribution to this topic is that I think traditionally it is necessary for people to protect themselves against unpredicted danger for other people too. Likewise, I think even the men of God, like in the church, the church aspect, the religious aspect, they also do the same thing. Because nowadays you will see a pastor driving a bulletproof car, wearing a bulletproof jacket, going to some certain place. So I think the people that doesn't have money to buy bulletproof car, to wear bulletproof clothes, the ones that are close to them, also do it their own way to protect themselves. And one significant thing is that they don't do it to harm you, but they do it for themselves to be protected from your own harming. So that I think that any sin or offense they committed by fortifying themselves, the people that use bulletproof car and bulletproof jacket also commit that offense. This is a sin. It is also sin for you to wear bulletproof when you know that God is there to protect. You are wearing bulletproof jacket. So that was my contribution. Thank you.
All right, thank you too. Denise, tell Zion that people died very well during our time. Tell him there was cancer then. We didn't know how to diagnose it. I worked on lymphatic filariasis during my undergraduate years, and I discovered that during ancient times, people who had been accused of adultery because they had big scrotum were suffering from I'm not familiar with this word though. They were suffering from hydrocorel, is it hydrosoal? But we didn't know any better and so we accused these people of committing adultery. Also, elephantiasis was seen as a punishment too, but it was a mosquito that was transferring the filarial worm to them, causing their illnesses. Also, sickle cell children were called Obanje those days because the people didn't know any better. I just thought to share from Kings. Thank you so much, Kings. Madam Didi, we are all primarily spirits expressed as flesh in this dimension to enable us function. However, that doesn't make us flesh. But the misconception that we are all we see in the mirror is what caused this attachment to the flesh and materialism. Death is merely a transition, but people are so stuck on vanity that they want to remain in the flesh forever. It's a soul journey, which means you're constantly moving through dimensions. But in all of this, they should be careful and realize that the flesh is still a part of you. And so things of the flesh are always impressed on you positively, negatively, and greatly affecting your journey. Okay, this one says, Marvelous from Bori D. Good afternoon. I have a problem with people when people leave topics presented and start talking like certain religion is the cause of the world's issues. A popular DPO was killed in this state. My grandpa died with all form of African traditional protection. So let he who wants to do whatever know that there is God. Thank you. Okay, thank you too. Why the need? Maybe fear is a valid reason. But what are you afraid of? Yeah. What exactly are you afraid of? I thought everybody says they will go to heaven. And I'm not saying that I don't want to live long. I desire to live long. But I desire more to live a fulfilled life. No matter how short or how long. I go to get a charm to protect my life so I don't die. The person that performed the charm shoots me and I now die. What exactly was the point in the first place? Why do I have to go through all of that and still die at the end of the day? What guarantees that this will work? Yes, some of you will say, why didn't they try it on an animal? Maybe because it's an animal. You know, the specimen or the person that needs the charm is not an animal. It's a human being. It's a human being. So they have to try it on the human being who needs it. And then they tried it on the human being. And the person got the gunshot wounds and died. Ironically, that which you feared the most now happened to you. And like someone rightly said, for every charm, there's an antidote. For some, it's water. Ordinary water. So if you enter rain, sorry for you. For some people, it is, what's this one called now? It is being with a woman. So if you be with a woman, efficacy gone. For some other people, it is sand. I'm shooting you, it's not entering you, Abby. You think you have charm. I beg you. Phew, boom, and you're gone. So what was the effort for? Nobody wants to die young. At least for the most part of our lives, we should hold on to doing good. Try as much as possible to be at the right place at the right time. Live a healthy life. And pray. When I mean pray, pray to the God that you serve. It must not be one God, but you know the God that you're serving. And I'm sure that God will protect you. Thank you so much for being a part of this conversation. My name is Denise Dennis Walu, and this brings us to the end of the Sunny Side today. Reverse today comes up at 3, and thereafter, some proud people that have been proud because they went on leave. You know, they say pride. The leave has ended. Has ended, yes, has ended. You're going to be back on air today. You're going to be hearing from the man of the people, Clara Korobatubo, on the Sunny Side today. On hard facts, I beg your pardon today. And afterwards, every other thing continues on Nigeria Info. Do have yourself a wonderful day ahead, or enjoy the rest of your day. Follow us on X at Nigeria Info page, on Instagram Nigeria Info 92.3 PH, Facebook, all our social media platforms, and then of course listen to us from anywhere in the world via our mobile application. Follow me on X and Instagram at _Denise_Dennis. Follow my Facebook page, Denise Dennis, and my Facebook account, Denise Dennis Wall. Adios.
Are you having problems listening to us via the Nigeria Info